The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting Victor Valley teams and athletic programs. An abundance of runs are sure to be scored when the Barstow Vikings go up against the Victor Valley Rams. Caleb Squire hammers his second home run in 2 games to power the Vikings past the Rams 10-8 in Game 2 of the 3-game series this 3rd week in April. This 5th-inning blast breaks a 2-2 tie and gives the visiting Vikings a lead they shall not relinquish. Kyle Callahan had launched his 12th homer of the season the inning prior. The two teams combined to score 65 runs in the first 3 games of their conference confrontations this season, the Rams averaging 8 runs a game, the Vikings averaging 12. Liam Wall's 9th-inning home run brings the Rams within 2 before the Vikings emerge with the 10-8 triumph. 2nd inning action. Barstow loads the bases on a hit batter and 2 walks. Nathan Cottrell drives in the first run of the game with the sac fly to left fielder Chad Ayrton. First of 4 runs scored this day by Dustin McNichol. Kalen Kimmel's soft grounder to second sends Jonah Yang across with the 2nd run of the game. The Vikings' 2 runs coming without the benefit of a base hit. Jack Kress works 3 innings for the Rams, giving up just these 2 runs in the 2nd. The first hit of the ball game comes off the bat of Kyle Callahan, the leading hitter in the state. Callahan collects 2 hits this day, the 2nd a home run leading off the 4th. The Vikings mount a threat in the 3rd, 2 on, a hit batter and a base on balls. The pitch in the dirt enables Caleb Squire to reach 3rd with 2 outs. Catcher Jared Hudson-Bell assesses the situation with Jack Kress. The Dunbar, Kentucky freshman ends the 3rd with his lone strikeout of the day. He had given up 2 runs on no hits, having hit 3 batters and walking 4 in his 3 innings of work. He leaves trailing 2-0. Noah Welch leads off the Victor Valley College half of the 3rd, the base hit up the middle. The Rams will out-hit the visitors, pounding out 14 hits this day to Barstow's 8, but will again suffer from the LOB blues. The Rams will strand 9 more base runners this game. They had left 15 on base in Barstow 2 days earlier in that 18-8 loss to the Vikings. Kyle Callahan has an antidote for the LOB blues, a prescription he has adhered to 11 times earlier this season. If you hit the ball out of the ballpark, it eradicates the problem of becoming a runner left on base. This ball leaves the Willie Davis Pringle field driven far beyond the left center field fence for Kyle Callahan's 44th RBI of the season, his 44 runs driven in, most among Western State East Conference hitters. This homer, Callahan's 12th on the year, ties the game at 2 in the 4th. Brandon Johnson's inside-out swing drives the ball into left, a stand-up double for the Rams freshman out of Blythe's Palo Verde High School. 6th double on the season for Brandon Johnson, who is hitting .314 by day's end. Chad Ayrton's soft line drive is just beyond the reach of shortstop Mitch Hulse. Brandon Johnson has to hold at second. Second hit of the day for Chad Ayrton, who will wind up going 5 for 5, hiking his batting average to .337. The Rams sophomore out of Palm Springs has committed to San Marco College, where he will return to catching chores. Ayrton was the Rams' frontline catcher 2 years ago in his first season with VVC. Luis Ruiz and the Vikings escape a bases-loaded Rams threat in the 4th. Noah Welch's line drive is caught by third baseman Kalen Kimmel. In perhaps the 2 biggest at-bats of the ballgame, at least early on, Luis Ruiz will induce pop-ups to the infield to retire the side and leave the 4th tied 2-2. It will be Caleb Squire untying the score, leading off the fifth. The Vikings all-conference second baseman and leading hitter coming in had homered 2 days earlier in the Vikings' lopsided win over VVC. Caleb Squire rips into the first pitch he sees from Jonathan Mesa, the fourth home run of the season for the sophomore out of Arvada, Colorado, and team-high 32nd RBI of Caleb Squire's 50 hits. 23 have been for extra bases. He will enter the final Vikings encounter against the Rams, hitting .376. Jonah Yang drives in the Vikings' fourth run, Dustin McNichol scoring from first. McNichol had been hit by a pitch for the second time this game, following Caleb Squire's home run. Jonah Yang is thrown out at third, trying to stretch the hit to a triple. Barstow's lead is 4-2. We go to the sixth. Chad Ayrton leads off the inning with the base hit to left. Left fielder Nathan Cottrell gets to the ball quickly and holds Chad Ayrton to a single. Caleb Longfellow's long triple to right center will score Chad Ayrton with the Rams' third run. Caleb Longfellow had driven in a pair of runs in the first inning of the BBC versus BCC battle 2 days earlier. Longfellow is a sophomore out of Rim of the World. Josh Gooding walks, giving the Rams runners at the corners with 2 outs in the sixth. At the plate, Josh Rogers, who had just missed a home run earlier with an RBI double off the left field fence. With Josh Rogers behind in the count and Coach Bucky Buckles anticipating a breaking pitch, the Rams call for the double steal. Josh Gooding gets the good jump from first. The throw from second baseman Caleb Squire gets by catcher Adrian Trujillo and the sliding Caleb Longfellow, and the Rams have tied the score at 4. Josh Gooding comes on around to third as the ball goes to the backstop. Caleb Squire is robbed of a base hit by the scorekeeper's error on this play. When a player loses the ball in the sun and does not get a glove on the ball, it is a base hit, not an error. But Chad Ayrton is charged with an error as Caleb Squire charges into second. Dustin McNichol sends the scorching base hit up the middle, Caleb Squire holding it third. Dustin McNichol will go 1 for 1 this day, surpassing Caleb Squire for the team's highest batting average, .380. McNichol is a sophomore out of Rancho Cucamonga. With the score tied at 4, Coach Irvin Bounds summons Tyler Crone from the bullpen. The Rams freshman, Tyler Crone, making his 16th appearance for VVC, the 10th out of the bullpen for the player his teammates call Vegas his city of origin. The Vikings have runners at the corners with Jonah Yang at the plate, nobody out in the 7th. Jonah Yang drives 2 Vikings home with the drive into the left field corner. Caleb Squire scoring, then Dustin McNichol scoring from first. Barstow's lead, 6-4. Jonah Yang, the Diamond Bar sophomore, 3 hits on the day and 4 runs driven in. Jonah Yang will score on a Sean Kelson sac fly to make it 7-4. Josh Gooding comes on for the Rams in the 8th appearance on the mound for the former Sultana Sultan. Josh Gooding will go on to strike out the side in the 9th, giving him 16 strikeouts in 17 innings. Only his 3rd strikeout comes on a pitch that goes to the backstop, enabling the Vikings' Jonah Yang to score from third. That shall prove to be the winning run in the Vikings' 2-run triumph. Caleb Longfellow had brought the Rams within 2 with the triple in the Victorville bottom of the 8th. Jared Hudson Bell scoring from first. Caleb Longfellow enters the Victor Valley College Rams record book, tying the mark for triples in one game. This is his 2nd, although it may have been more accurately ruled a double with Longfellow advancing to 3rd on the throw to the plate. No matter, big day for the popular Rams sophomore. Top of the 9th, the game-deciding hit. Jonah Yang drives Dustin McNichol home with a double over the right fielder's head. This makes it 5, Vikings. Barstow College adds 2 more runs. The unearned variety, Joni Yang will score on the aforementioned strikeout and ball to the backstop. Bottom of the 9th, Liam Walls. 3-run home run, the first of his collegiate career for the former Sultana Sultan, brings the score to an end. The final, Vikings 10, Rams 8. The win is the 5th in a row for the Vikings, who shoot to sweep the week's 3-game series and take the season series against the Rams for the 2nd straight year.
The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting Victor Valley teams and athletic programs.